Hi, let's talk about compressed air dryers. That little thing that gives you good dry air, supposedly. Yeah, let's say you bought a new 200 horsepower air compressor and it gives you more or less 800 CFM. Some are a little more, some are a little less efficient, but nevertheless, typically it's going to give you somewhere around 800 CFM. And along with this new compressor, you buy an 800 CFM dryer. Makes sense, right? You got 800 CFM compressor, 800 CFM dryer, all should be good. Yeah, probably not. And the reason I say that is because in the 40 years I've been in this industry, I have rarely seen a compressor work, or I'm sorry, a dryer work 100% of the time, give you perfectly dry air all the time if it's matched exactly to the compressor. The reason for this is the dryer is designed to work at 100 degree ambient air. That would, if you have 100 degree ambient air and the incoming air to the dryer is at 100 degrees, and we're talking Fahrenheit here, and the air pressure is 100 pounds coming in, and you never exceed or deviate from those, then you'll have a 39 degree dew point from that refrigerated dryer. Unfortunately, if you got that dryer in an equipment room or a boiler room or somewhere like that, or if you're in Texas or Florida or Nevada, Arizona, Southern California, Wyoming, where it's not unusual for summer temperatures to get above 100 degrees outside, it's going to be more than 100 degrees in the equipment room, unless it's air conditioned, of course. And that means that the dryer is suddenly not working in 100 degree ambient air. It can't cool the air coming in down to that 39 degree dew point. Or if you have no aftercooler on a little recip compressor, or if the aftercooler is dirty on a rotary screw compressor and it's not cooling the air as it should, then that air coming into the dryer is probably going to be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you're running it over 100 degrees pressure in the air coming in, that actually helps the dryer a bit because the efficiencies are increased. But nevertheless, what we're addressing here is if you got an 800 CFM dryer with an 800 CFM air compressor and it's over 100 degrees outside, you ain't getting that 39 degree dew point. It's just not going to happen. As a rule of thumb, I always tell my clients, if you want to be absolutely sure and have good, clean, dry air, first, get the right filtration. Second, be sure your compressed air system is configured correctly. And configured correctly means it comes from the compressor into the tank, through the filters, then into the dryer, then into the afterfilter, and out to your system. Some engineers like to use what they call a dry tank. The first tank they'll call the wet tank, the second will be the dry tank. There's other reasons to have a second tank, and that's as valid a reason or an excuse or whatever you want to call it to spend the money to buy and install the second tank. But nevertheless, what I always advise my clients to do, if you want to be sure that you're going to have good dry air, go to the next size up. That will always assure that you have the good, clean, dry air. It's a little more money, no question about that. A larger dryer is going to cost you more. It will cost you a little more in electrical costs, not a significant amount. But when you balance that against, I don't know, let's say you've got a 3-axis or a 5-axis machining center that uses air bearings. When those air bearings get wet and it craters, you're probably looking at anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000, $20,000 to repair the damn thing. So take all those factors into consideration when you're looking at your dryer. If you have a dryer in place now and you still have wet air, you might look and see how it's sized. Look at the ambient conditions. Look at the incoming air temperature into the dryer. Look at the air pressure. Go back and do those things. If you get a technician out there that doesn't understand compressed air theory, he will look at drains. And yeah, in fact, a lot of cases, unfortunately, the drain on the separator in the dryer is rarely serviced. And it's unfortunate because that's an item that should be done at least once a month if you're going to be sure it's right. So if the technician comes out and he finds the drain is working as it should, and the condenser is clean, the coils are clean, it was whistle, and you still got wet air, chances are he's going to go, hell, I don't know. So anyway, take a look at those things. And if you need help, give us a call. We're at 866-334-8881. Again, that number you can reach us at is 866-334-8881. And I know this has gone on probably longer than it should have, but I needed to get these points out. I need people to be able to understand what they're doing. Anyway, look forward to the next video. Talk to you later. Thanks.